This is our 10-year class. For this year, since it is our 10th recital, we thought it would be fun to do a 10-year dance with all of the 10-year students. I'm Madeline. I've been dancing for 12 years.
I'm Brittany. I've been here all 10 years.
I'm Mallory. I've been here for 10 years.
I'm Emily. I've been dancing for 15 years.
I'm Anna, and I've been here for 10 years. One activity that we did to tie in the theme of Fix You with this dance was we went to a humane society. And there we saw animals that were abused, mistreated, and just plain sick. I understand that there are going to be animals that are hurt and that are hurting, and we just can't fix all of them. And that was part of the idea here, that there are things that you can fix, but you just can't fix everything.
4 million cats and dogs, about 1 every 8 seconds, are put down in the U.S. shelters each year. Often these animals are offspring of cherished family pets. Spay-neuter is a proven way to reduce pet overpopulation, ensuring that every pet has a family to love them. A solution is possible and starts with each of us taking one small step, getting our own pets spayed or neutered. How can we fix this? Consider adopting your next pet from an animal shelter like the Upstage County Humane Society in Wapakoneta, Ohio.
Next, we went to Otterbein Assisted Living in St. Mary's, where we talked with some of the residents and we played a few games of bingo with them. And then at the end, we performed a dance for them.
According to the senior source, more than 50% of nursing home residents have no close relatives, and 46% have no living children to help with their care. Close family members often live in other states. As a result, many seniors spend their remaining years in loneliness and isolation. How can we fix it? Volunteer. Volunteering at an elderly home can be a rewarding experience. Upstage Downtown's 10-year students visited Otterbein in St. Mary's and had the privilege to assist residents in bingo as well as perform for them. A positive influence for all involved. Have you ever taken a child into an elderly home? What a sight as patients and residents turn to face the child. Their faces light up, their spines straighten. Great medicine. Consider dedicating your time and volunteer. Some facilities may even have a program that will allow you to adopt a grandparent. People who need people is more than just a phrase from a popular song.
Today we have a special guest with us that's a part of our Upstage Downtown family, and she is a very special part of our project to Fix You. Her name is Macy Gale.
Hi, my name's Macy Gale, and I have cystic fibrosis.
Macy, what is cystic fibrosis?
Cystic fibrosis is a lung disease that your lungs produce an unusually thick, sticky mucus that clogs the lungs, and it also causes problems with your digestive system.
What do you have to do differently because of CF?
I have to take breathing treatments 2 to 3 times a day, and I also have to take meds a lot, and I have a feeding tube that I have to do nightly tube feedings.
What is the purpose of the feeding tube?
The purpose of a feeding tube is to help me gain weight.
Will you always have to use your feeding tube?
I know a couple people that are still in their 20s that have a feeding tube, and it just all depends on how well I eat and how much weight I can gain by myself.
What actually goes into your stomach?
It's kind of like the baby formula, but it just has a lot more calories.
Do you have a special diet because of CF?
I'm encouraged to eat a lot of foods that have a lot of fat in them.
Why do you have to take enzymes before you eat?
Because my body doesn't produce them, but I need them to help digest my food.
Do you have to take enzymes with everything you eat every time, even snacks?
The only time I don't have to take an enzyme is if it's fat-free.
Who is your biggest support?
My biggest support would have to be my mom.
Has dance helped or hurt your cystic fibrosis?
Dance is the one place that I feel like I can be like everyone else and don't have to worry about taking my meds or doing my treatments, so it has definitely helped.
How old were you when you were diagnosed with CF?
I was 6 weeks old when I was diagnosed.
I've heard your mom say that your numbers have gone up. What are those numbers, and is that good or bad?
When my mom is talking about my numbers going up, she's talking about my pulmonary function. So it's definitely a good thing when they go up, and the higher they are, the better they are.
How do they determine your PFTs?
They do a test where I plug my nose and take a deep breath in and blow out, and they see how much air is moving in my lungs.
What are some of the symptoms of CF?
Some of the symptoms are very salty skin, a lot of coughing at once, or wheezing or shortness of breath.
How do they determine how salty your skin is?
To diagnose cystic fibrosis, they do a sweat test and they place an electrolyte on your skin, and then they count the salt intake to determine if you have CF.
Will your kids have CF too?
The only way my kids would have CF is if the other parent had the gene, and even if they had the gene, there's only a 1 in 4th chance of getting cystic fibrosis.
What is the life expectancy with somebody who has CF?
The life expectancy is 38 years old, but when I was diagnosed with CF, it was only 23, so it's definitely going up.
Have they made any recent advancements in the treatment of CF?
They have a new drug that is called Kalydeco.
Does the new drug they made work for you?
No, Kalydeco doesn't work for me, but it does work for some others.
What does the vest do that helps with the airway clearance?
The vest inflates with air, and then it shakes, and it helps break up the mucus.
How often do you have to go to the doctor?
I go to the doctor every 2 months, but I stay for a 2-week hospital stay every 6 to 12 months.
How is breathing different for you than for someone who doesn't have cystic fibrosis?
They say to plug your nose and take a coffee straw and breathe through it, and that's what it feels like to breathe when you have cystic fibrosis.
How many people do you personally know that have CF?
I personally know about 4 or 5 people, but I have met a lot of people through the hospital.
So Macy, how can we fix you?
There's no cure for cystic fibrosis.
Thank you, Macy, for being a part of our 10-year dance.
Thanks, Mace.
Thank you.
Thank you, Macy.
Thanks, Macy.
We love you. We were supposed to do that together.
When you try your best but you don't succeed, when you get what you want but not what you need, when you feel so tired but you can't sleep, stuck in reverse, and the tears come streaming down your face. When you lose something you can't replace, when you love someone but it goes to waste, could it be worse? Lights